So many underground rappers that I definitely just think are gonna end up being mainstream, you know what I mean? And I think these specific ones are 100% gonna become mainstream, you know what I mean? And I'll just say the underground's definitely alive and well. You got artists like Ian, the white frat boy type rapper, you know what I mean? You got Laserdym, the guy that's, the beat is pretty much chasing his flow. Like the beat is really just on the run chasing him. And then you got I guess the newer version of Little Peep, Netspend, the 16-year-old with blonde hair, who just has this mad potential. Got signed to Rolling Loud. He's pretty fire, and I don't know if he's straight up my cup of tea. You know what I mean? You got Lunchbox, the artist that I don't know how to explain it. He does like new jazz. He's low key kind of one dimensional in the senses he does the exact same flow for a full song. I mean, sometimes it sounds fire, but he's interesting. But he definitely has a decent buzz and a very very strong fan base, and I would definitely say he's a E clone. You got Southside Silhouette, who's just I think he's the most underrated in the underground. He's literally incredible, and I think he has the potential to be the next Uzi, like Little Uzi Vert. You know what I mean? He's straight up incredible. He doesn't necessarily drop enough, but he recently dropped a pretty good project, and a lot of people have mixed reviews on it. But I think he's solid. And then you have Molly Santana, who just dropped a huge bombshell of her self-titled album, Molly Santana, and that one was just incredible. I can't even lie to you, incredible. Her showing her versatility. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about a bunch of reasons why I think these people, these artists, are gonna become a mainstream. And straight up why. But we just gotta really applaud the ones that really made it out of the underground recently. We got King Carson, we got Yeet, we got Destroy Lonely, and one that was stuck in the underground for probably 10 years, like ages. That's Lucky. So gotta give applaud to Lucky 100%. I just want to start off with Molly Santana and her most recent album, just incredible, just so incredible. You know what I mean? She definitely has the image that'll just break through to the mainstream. She kind of has almost an anime girl look to her. I think she's like half Asian, half black. She has, I don't know. She just has the rock star look to her. You know what I mean? I'd say she definitely appeals to the Asian and the Black Latino community because I think she has a little bit of Afro Latina in her. You know what I mean? And I think the last Asian rapper to blow up was Killy from Canada. But Killy still be dropping some bangers. He just hasn't really like reached to the mainstream that he really should have. You know what I mean? Obviously, Molly Santana is a BK the Ruler wannabe, I guess. She pretty much stole BK the Ruler's style, but I think she's gonna surpass BK the Ruler. BK the Ruler's style is just a little too experimental. Kind of reminds me of Donald Glover, Childish Gambino type shit. Just very experimental, but she's really good too. I just think she took a bit of a misstep and not going as mainstream as she should have went. You know what I mean? But she definitely has a core audience. But I for sure choose Molly over BK the Ruler any day. She also can appeal to the male and female audience. You know what I mean? She has a tomboy look to her. She kind of looks like the old Coil Ray type shit. You know what I mean? And she has some like straight up just heavy bangers. Like that's the way I found her, was just her rapping over like Lancey Foe type beats, and then she's able to get super melodic with it. And she really proved that on her project, Molly Santana. She could really do the pop lane just super well. She can just really prove that she has the pop star within her. You know what I mean? Molly Santana, the self-titled album. The first half is a bunch of bangers like Lucid Dumb, Out of My Body, Why You Mad, Black Ops, Chain Swingin'. I get it. But then she gets to songs like Talk to Me, which is just a beautiful melodic performance. So Right, I think it's incredible. Wherever You Go just really shows her singing. What I Do Today, Call Me When You Want To, and Getaway, and Parties All Over. So she's just very, very versatile. Some people say this is like a newer version of Love is Rage 2, which I think is definitely a hot take, but you know what I mean? I think Molly Santana just has so much potential in her. And I think she'll 100% go mainstream. Pretty much next I wanted to talk about is, the rapper named Ian Ferguson, or just Ian. He looks like a straight up frat rapper, you know what I mean? Apparently he used to play like rugby back in high school. He's definitely like a bigger build type dude, pause, you know what I mean? It seems like he kind of came out of nowhere in the underground scene. Had crazy amount of just like marketing. I think he was signed to the same management as Four Bats, who's obviously an industry plant. There's been like a crazy amount of videos of people just saying that Ian's an industry plant, and kind of all the signs are there, but he genuinely just makes fire music. So far, he's only dropped like 3 songs so far, like Figure It Out, Grand Slam, and Wimbledon. I do think he'll become mainstream because he's just super marketable. You know what I mean? He's straight up white. He's like a newer version of Jack Harlow. You know what I mean? He just has crazy good cosigns. Drake ended up following him on Instagram, which was super wild because it's like some artist that just kind of came out of nowhere just gets a Drake follow, and Drake's the biggest artist in the world. So it's just like, bro, how does that even happen? In his video for Grand Slam, he had Southside, who's obviously part of 808 Mafia, ATL legend, produced for Future, and numerous other artists, you know what I mean? So he's a GOAT, and somehow he's in the Grand Slam music video for Ian. And what's even more weird is Metro Boomin, who's arguably the greatest producer of all time, ended up commenting on one of his posts, and that's really interesting for an artist that just came out of nowhere in 3 years. But Ian's really dope. Like, he has good metaphors, good punchlines. He's arguably probably more lyrical than Yeet, and that's like a really big comparison. I definitely see him having a decently long career in the next five years at least. I think he'll stay in the game for a while. He definitely has the personality to be looked at as a gimmick rapper, but I think he's gonna come far. I think he'll either be in this year's 2024 or 2025 XXL freshman list. Just all those cosigns, you just can't ignore it. So most likely 2025 if he keeps up the momentum he has, especially just like cosigns and the management he's signed to. I do think he'll probably drop he's supposed to drop a mixtape pretty soon here, but I wouldn't be surprised if he drops like a little EP, or if the mixtape is like no more than 8 songs, just to kind of get something going. I think after that, and I think the EP or mixtape will be in the summertime. But I think after that, he'll probably drop or try to push out 2 mainstream singles after that. And then he probably drops his debut in 2025. And I think he'll be promoted like Jack Harlow. Probably get a Lyrical Lemonade video, to be real with you. Or just like a really strong push with quality music video with a really big platform. And I think that'll be Lyrical Lemonade, Cole Bennett's, People in the streets are saying Netspend signed to Rolling Loud. Netspend is like a 16-year-old that pretty much blew up on Twitter with an absolute garbage snippet, but I feel like this was almost planned. I think he was maybe already signed before because he had a bit of a buzz with Xavier So Based. And he was just on a bunch of different Twitter pages that went super viral. You know what I mean? And yeah, he is signed to Rolling Loud. And a lot of the old listeners, like the people that grew up on Cardi and Uzi, kind of like me, don't fully understand the sound. It took me a while for Netspend to really click for me. I was like, yo, this is just garbage. It just sounds like he's doing an intro to the start of a track. You know what I mean? And the mixing on it was just garbage. You know what I mean? I couldn't really understand what he was saying. And that's been like one of my other problems with a lot of the underground scene is just terribly mixed. Like the vocals were just garbage. And like XXXTentacion's vocals were like pretty trash when he was coming up too, but like the beat's just way too loud, and it's just I don't know. But his music is more tolerable now. His most recent single, definitely a lot better, definitely improvement. You can actually kind of hear his vocals, you know what I mean? He'll definitely become mainstream just because of his just his white persona. He's got long blonde hair, and he's just very marketable, you know what I mean? I know a lot of the younger generation of teen girls seem to love him the same as Didi Osama. I wouldn't really know much about that type of lane, but definitely seems like it in the comments. I definitely think he's gonna be the face of the new age jerk hip hop music sound subgenre. I don't know. I've always just thought the jerk beats were just super goofy sounding, just with I guess the claps of the beat pause. Just I don't know. But if there's gonna be a face of the new sound, it's definitely gonna be Netspin. I don't know. I could somehow just see him getting like a hit record in the next coming month in the summertime, just with how well he's marketed and just his whole image. I could just see it happening. I don't think he'll make XXL this year, but 2025, I think 100% he'll be potentially the face of it. I think he'll be the little peep of jerk, like jerk music. You know what I mean? But at the same time, as I think he's like 16 and just doing so much drugs, and that's just I don't know. That's just not right. You know what I mean? Like he's just way too young to be doing that shit, and I think there's a chance he might overdose from drugs at a young age.